Welcome to Light TV Main News, shining the truth, changing lives. The headlines. Ministry of Education orders private schools to comply with 2026 calendar. Electoral Commission of Zambia Chair calls for integrity in Chawama polls. Chingola police recover 6 vehicles, 2 trucks in theft bust. Zambia urges action as Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo crisis worsens. Contractor abandons Senior Chief Mwase Palace project. And Zambia to face Ghana in the futsal AFCON. With the news in detail, my name is Joel Chisompola. Police in Chingola have recovered 6 motor vehicles and 2 light trucks suspected to have been used in theft-related crimes. Copperbelt Province Police Commanding Officer Mwala Yuyi says 4 suspects, including a suspected buyer of stolen property, have been arrested as investigations continue. Assorted stolen items were also recovered, including water pumps, television sets, solar panels, and motor vehicle spare parts. Mr. Yuyi says the police are working to dismantle the organized market where stolen goods are sold. He adds that suspects in custody are expected to lead to further arrests across the district. Mulonga Water Supply and Sanitation Company has commended police for recovering some stolen water pumps that had disrupted water supply in Chingola. Recovered vehicles and items are on display at Chingola Central Police Station, and the public is urged to visit for identification and possible recovery. Zambia has called for urgent action over escalating insecurity in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. Army Commander Lieutenant General Geoffrey Ziele says the situation is precarious, threatening women and children, and affecting the wider Great Lakes region. He urged defense experts to act decisively and maintain credible oversight of ceasefire mechanisms. ICGLR Deputy Executive Secretary Ambassador Yassi Ibrahim Ali Muhammad says activities by AFC M23 rebels, including the capture of Uvira near the DRC-Burundi border, continue to destabilize the region. He calls for decisive measures to halt the humanitarian crisis and prevent cross-border instability.
It is practically disheartening that these developments come after the signing of Washington Agreement on the 4th of December 2025, which was intended to reaffirm commitment to peace and prosperity. This underscores the urgent need for all parties to respect their engagement and to honor commitments they have made under the regional and international agreement. This meeting is not merely procedural, it is a response to an escalating crisis that demands collective and decisive action. Our mandate is as enshrined in the Pact on Security, Stability and Development and its Protocol on Non-Aggression and Mutual Defense calls upon us to prevent conflict, protect civilians, and uphold principles of sovereignty and non-interference.
Another critical task before us today is the reconsideration of the expanded joint verification mechanism, EJVM Plus, and the terms of reference for the ceasefire oversight and monitoring mechanism signed in Doha.
The government has called on the public to remain patient over the poor state of the Sesheke-Kazungula Road, assuring that rehabilitation plans are underway. Minister of Infrastructure, Housing and Urban Development, Charles Milupi, says resources are being sourced to improve the vital road and boost economic activities in the region. Speaking in Livingston, during a joint briefing with Minister of Tourism Rodney Sikumba, Mr. Milupi emphasized that restoring the Sesheke Road is a priority due to its importance for trade, tourism, and regional connectivity. Mr. Sikumba reassured residents in Maramba and Ngwenya communities that government is addressing the poor condition of crossing points and working toward finding a lasting solution.
I'm happy that the district DMMU team has sat and presented the budget to the CDF committee for its approval so that works can commence. As we will be well aware, a disaster shouldn't wait. If a disaster happens within 48 hours, it needs to be worked on. But obviously, we apologize that it took a bit of some time because we need to make sure that whatever we do creates longevity in the structures that we're going to build and also creates value for the money that we're going to spend. I'm sure Honorable Mirupi will be able to talk about those particular aspects. But more so, members of the media, is just to give you an update of some of the exciting things that are happening within the city of Livingstone. I just want to re-emphasize that as government, we don't sit idle. Yes, we listen to what people are saying. Yes, we listen to some of your demands of how you want to see the Livingstone. But I think it's very, very important that people take time to read, people take time to listen, people take time to contribute positively to some of the good initiatives that you may have had or rather have within your...
The Ministry of Agriculture says over 1,020,000 farmers have successfully redeemed their farming inputs under the 100% electronic voucher system of the Farmer Input Support Program or FISP. This represents 99.64% of the 1,024,434 targeted beneficiaries. The ministry commended farmers for their strong digital participation and praised the digital platform for improving transparency, accountability, and timely access to inputs across the country. Accredited input suppliers and agro-dealers also played a key role in ensuring nationwide efficient distribution. The ministry urged the few remaining farmers to redeem their inputs quickly to benefit fully from the ongoing rainy season. Authorities reaffirmed their commitment to a farmer-friendly and accountable FISP that promotes sustainable agricultural growth. We take our first set of commercials. Join me for more news on the other side.
Auto-Based Engineering is a fully registered company that has services such as towing service, we have a saloon, we repair cars, we have a car wash.
Barbershop is a top-notch.
And many more.
Auto-Based Engineering is the company which you can rely on. We touch any car. We are just at the corner of Pemba Road and Mosotunya Road. You know what? We deliver the best. Yes, we are growing very fast. It's a top-notch company ever in Zambia. When you come, wherever you are, whether you are in America, you come to visit Zambia, please just go to Google Map, type Auto-Based Engineering Group. It will take you where we are. Auto-Based is a one-stop shop.
Come to Auto-Based Engineering where the best is done. If you want to know where we're located along Mosotunya Road, just right at the corner of Pemba Road, Chilende South. If you want to contact us, you can call us on 0977 18 12 73.
Auto-Based Engineering, doing what we know best. Auto-Based, Auto-Based, Auto-Based.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying tuned. We continue with the news. Electoral Commission of Zambia Chairperson Mwangala Zalumis has called on post staff in Chawama to perform their duties with professionalism, impartiality, and integrity ahead of the January 15 parliamentary by-election. Speaking at the official opening of staff training today, Mrs. Zalumis stressed strict adherence to electoral procedures to ensure a fair, secure, and transparent election. She urged staff to pay close attention during training and said their conduct is key to maintaining public confidence. The ECZ chairperson, joined by Chief Electoral Officer Brown Kasaro and Lusaka Provincial Electoral Officer Charleston Hamulyata, reminded trainers to equip officers with skills needed for effective service. The Chawama by-election will run from 6 hours to 18 hours on Thursday, January 15, 2026.
I'm pleased to be here, as I said this morning, to officially open this training session for post staff in preparation for the Chawama parliamentary constituency and by-election scheduled for Thursday, 15th of February, 15th of January 2026. Sorry about that February, because we have so many elections and we are really running with these elections so that we have them before February, the 13th of 2026, because that's the last day. We cannot have elections beyond that. So it's important that it looks as though we are running with these elections, that constitutionally we have to have them 6 months before. And I think it comes to about 186 days before the 13th of January.
The Ministry of Education has directed all private schools following the Zambia National Curriculum to strictly comply with the official 2026 calendar. In a press statement dated 8 January 2026, Permanent Secretary for Education Services, Kelvin Mambwe says the ministry is the legal custodian of all educational institutions under the Education Act No. 23 of 2011. The Act empowers the minister to determine the academic calendar, school terms, and duration of the academic year. The ministry has expressed concern that some private schools opened on 5th January 2026, despite 12th January 2026 being the official opening day for Term 1. Authorities say this action shows disregard for the approved calendar. The ministry has now ordered affected schools to immediately close and reopen on 12th January, warning that failure to comply risks revocation of operating licenses. Standards officers are currently on the ground monitoring compliance. The ministry has reaffirmed its commitment to working with the private sector to deliver quality education. The Nursing and Midwifery Council of Zambia has released the September 2025 competence and licensure examination results for repeaters. Out of 2,030 candidates who sat for the examinations, only 541 passed, representing an overall 27% pass rate according to the Council. The announcement was made in Lusaka on Thursday, 9th January 2026. The Council says the results will be communicated to candidates through their respective higher education institutions and via registered email addresses effective Monday, 12th January 2026. The Nursing and Midwifery Council of Zambia has congratulated all candidates who successfully met the examination requirements. Lundazi Town Council Chairperson Gordon Tembo has expressed disappointment after a local contractor once again abandoned the government-funded palace project for Senior Chief Mwase. Mr. Tembo says it is worrying that the only palace currently funded by government in Lundazi has shown no meaningful progress despite several interventions, including central government taking over payments to the contractor. He says the situation undermines government's commitment to improving the welfare of traditional leaders and frustrates the development agenda being championed by President Hakainde Hichilema. Mr. Tembo has appealed to the President to take firm action against non-performing contractors. He further revealed that Lundazi district has not recorded a single completed palace under the government program, with Chief Mpamba and Chief Kapichila still waiting, while Senior Chief Mwase's palace remains stalled at foundation level after the contractor abandoned the site again for unknown reasons.
This appeal is going to the Republican President, His Excellency, Mr. Kainde Hichilema. Your Excellency, we are here at the site where the palace for His Royal Highness Senior Chief Mwase is being constructed. But what is happening here, Your Excellency, is not good at all. Because this palace, it started a long time ago. Just there, Your Excellency, after your good pronouncement that we should have palaces here, the contractors have totally failed to do a good job here. They had come and they had disappeared. After some time, they came just for a short while and they are gone. Right now, we are on site and there's no one here on site. There's no one. We know very well, Your Excellency, that you have good policies. You mean well for the people of Zambia. You mean well for the chiefs. You respect the chiefs. You love the chiefs. And that's why you have made this decision to do chiefs' palaces for them. But the contractors, Your Excellency, they are not helping. They are not helping us. So we are here. We went to check on His Royal Highness Senior Chief Mwase to pay courtesy after the floods in Lundazi. And he is making a strong appeal that the palaces should be done as soon as possible. So we are here on site, Your Excellency, to mention as well and to emphasize that we are begging, we are requesting through your good government, the government that we support, the government that we are proud of, that please, may these people come back on site and finish the works that started here. This palace should be handed over to the chief as soon as possible, Your Excellency. We will really appreciate. We know that you are a great president, you are a great leader, and that this is something that will be done as soon as possible. So that is...
We take our second break. On the other side, join me for sports and international news. Welcome back. Thank you for staying tuned. We continue with the rest of the news. In sports news, Trident Football Club has named Kebi Hachipuka as its new head coach, aiming to strengthen the technical bench and push for promotion back to the Super League. Hachipuka, who had previously managed Green Eagles, Mpulungu Haba, and ZNS Luamfumu, will be assisted by former international Jonas Sakuhaha from Zesco United. Graven Chitalo and Isaac Shimoko also join as physical trainer and goalkeeper trainer, completing the revamped technical team. Club CEO Mvula Mwangulenje says the appointment is in the interest of Trident, expressing confidence in a strong finish this season. The new bench takes charge this Saturday as Trident faces Ndeni FC away from home.
First of all, I would like to thank ZNS Command, the Chief of Sports, for allowing me to come and join this beautiful team, which I have been admiring for some years now. Yeah, pressure, it's always been there in football, but I'd like to thank the Manchi Janzare technical bench, what they've done in the first round. It is not easy to finish on the 5th position. I think they are just behind a point to participate in the APSA Cup. So my aim here is to take it up from where Coach Janza is left. I'm wishing I and my colleague to work more than what the team did in the first half.
Zambia will face Ghana in the second and final qualifying round for the 2026 Futsal Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco. The two-league tie sees Zambia travel to Ghana on 3rd to 4th February before hosting the West Africans 4 days later. The winner will secure a spot at the AFCON finals. A total of 18 teams are involved in the qualification process, which runs in 2 rounds to determine 7 nations to join hosts and 3-time defending champions Morocco. The first round begins on 23 January with Cape Verde versus Senegal, Namibia versus Kenya, Cameroon versus South Sudan, and Zimbabwe versus Tanzania. Second round fixtures including Zambia versus Ghana will be played on 3rd to 4th February and 7th to 8th February 2026. Futsal, the FIFA-recognized indoor version of football, is played 5-a-side with rolling substitutes and a smaller, less bouncy ball.
It's not normal to shoot on top of goal before warm-up. It's not allowed. In Europe, yes, it's fine. The player, it's fine. Maybe
because we reach a certain point, but now we're working on details. Working on details, if there's a left footer, you cannot give him the ball, then you cannot shoot the ball at the left. Now we need to learn. This James Wheeler in the pitch, he wants the ball here. If there's Liman, if you give the ball here, he's not going to shoot. So we need to change the position, we need to change the player, or change the corner. You cannot just say, no, look each other, look at the defense, who is working and go to. Especially the players which are calling the coaches.
In international news, we monitored reports from the BBC.